Hey YouTube, welcome. I'm Paul, and this is Adventures in Welding. Let me start off by saying I am not a certified welder. I am in welding school at Eastern Gateway Community College. I know I look like I'm going through this a little late in life. I'm 45 years old, but it's something I've always wanted to learn to do, and now that I've started doing it, I really enjoy it. So Adventures in Welding is just going to be a journey with me through welding school and welding at home. I have a nice little welding setup at home. You're going to see some of my projects, some of my practice work, and I hope you like it. Like I said, I'm offering no instruction here, no hints, no tips. If you want hints and tips, go to YouTube, check out Welding Hints and Tricks, Hints and Tips, Hints and Tricks, Welding Trips and Ticks, Welding Tips and Tricks with Jody Collier or Chuck E 2009. Those guys will show you how to do what I'm doing. I'm just doing it and learning at the same time. So I hope you enjoy. Alright, before we start our welding project, let's talk about safety. First, safety glasses. You always want to do everything you can to protect your eyes from sparks, metal chips, whatever. What we have here are the Nemesis brand safety glasses from Jackson Safety. These are really nice plastic comfortable glasses. You can fold them completely flat and they will pop right back into shape and you put them on your head. Next is my safety greens from BSX, buttoned at the cuffs, no pockets, well, one pocket on the side. And you want to button that up at the neck. You don't want hot sparks or slag or anything else finding its way down in there to burn you. Next up, this is an auto darkening helmet from Nico. It goes from shades 9 to 13. And some nice leather gloves. We're just going to be doing flux core today, so a plain set of leather safety work gloves is going to work out just fine in this case. Flip the helmet down. We're ready to weld. I'm wearing blue jeans and boots. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of open root groove weld here. These are a 3/16 inch plate. I cut them 3 inches long, 2 inches wide, 45-degree included angle, so 22.5 degrees per side. Let's start out and get them tacked down. Little clamp action. Hold things in place. Like I said, I'm only a student, but one of the things I've learned is that when you tack one end, the other end tends to open up. So if we clamp both pieces in place, it is less likely to move when I tack both ends. We've got the 115 volt flux core fired up here, running 030 wire. Now this particular flux core machine, made by Campbell Hosfeld, only has 2 voltage settings, high and low. It's in the high setting, and the wire speed is about 1/4 to 1/3 of the way up. First tack complete. Second tack. Get the clamps off, have a look at it, clean it out with the wire brush. I mean, these are just tacks, there's not going to be too much slag. But we still want everything to be clean. Clean, clean, clean. Shiny metal is happy metal. Alright, we got it tacked up there, looking good, cleaned out. Next, we'll run our root pass. I'm going to get the wire right down in there to the tip of the root. I'm going to go nice and slow so that it bites into the toes. God, I love sparks. Fire. Alright, our root pass is done. We'll get that nice and cleaned out in there. We don't want any slag. If you weld over top of slag, it might look good in the puddle, but once it hardens, that slag is going to be impregnated in the weld, and if you have to take this for a test, bend test or x-ray, it's going to show up. So clean out all the slag. Using a wire brush here. And the wire brush, to tell you the truth, is mostly just to get rid of that brown smoky stuff. I like to hit it with a grinder to really get the slag out. All right, this is going to be our second pass, and on this pass I'm going to weave just a little bit to make sure to tie in those toes. I'll be spending most of my time on the edges and just kind of zipping over the center. The grinder, knock out all the slag, kind of smooth down any lumpiness that's going on down there in the groove. And come on, we're welders. Who doesn't like to play with the grinder? Alright, we got that weld cleaned out, so what we're going to do now is the final pass, or the cover pass. I'm using a weave technique here, tying in the top edges of the bevel. Again, longer on the toes, quick across the middle. And again, I'm by no means a professional welder. In fact, I have been welding only since the beginning of September. Today is October 26th. So it's just been a little over a month that I've been at this, but I've had some really good teachers, and I practice a lot. So I think I've picked up some pretty good skills. Again, we'll brush off the smoky, sooty crap. See what she looks like. Not too bad looking. Got some BBs on it. That's to be expected. Nice looking weave pattern. So we'll get out the grinder and make it pretty. That white box you see in the upper left there is a air cleaner. And that filter was white when we first started. So there we are, all nice and shined up, looking pretty good. I mean, you can still see traces of where the weld was, and there is a little bit of warpage there. But we've got complete penetration through the piece, and I'm pretty happy with it.